All right, guys, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Top Corner Africa. Nico Wizzy is my name as usual, and we're here to talk the NPFL, the Nigerian Premier Football League match day 7. And of course, we start from the weekend matches. We start from Saturday. This Saturday, El Kanemi Warriors will take on Kano Pillars. Yes, El Kanemi Warriors up against Kano Pillars. Another exciting package in the NPFL. When El Kanemi Warriors played their last game, they lost, and so there will be it's going to be a tough game because they will try their best to see if they could beat Kano Pillars. Yes, when they face Kano Pillars. And of course, talking about Kano Pillars, they actually, when you look at Kano Pillars and their situation, is actually the fact that they are 19th on the league table. So it's going to be a difficult game. They are not doing well presently, and so they will try their best to see how to get a very good result this weekend. Bendel Insurance will take on Nasarawa United in a game that will be played in Benin City. Bendel Insurance up against Nasarawa United. Of course, when you look at Bendel Insurance, you understand that Bendel Insurance is 15th on the league table. Things are not working well for them for now. And, their last game against Bayelsa United ended in a 1-1 draw. And so it's going to be a very, very difficult game for both teams. These two teams are really struggling, and so they need some level of fresh air into their squad. And of course, looking at Bendel Insurance, they are trying their best to see if they can be able to reach that level at which they reached a few seasons ago when they even took part in the FIFA, not the FIFA this time, but the CAF Confederations Cup. But of course, we have Sunday matches. Rangers are struggling. Rangers will try their best to see if they could get a better of Katsina United. And Rangers are struggling, really, really struggling. When you look at Rangers in the league table, they are 17th, and they are not doing great in the NPFL so far this season. Their last game against Wiki Tourists ended 2-2 in Bauchi, and they are not really doing great. So Rangers up against Katsina United in Enugu is going to be another big game for Rangers. It's a redemption game. Rangers will need to redeem their image this time when they face Katsina United in Enugu. 3SC of Ibadan seems like they have recovered. They are gradually recovering because their last game against Warri Wolves ended 2-1 in favor of 3SC. So this time they are going to do something to maintain that very position which they find themselves in, winning games, getting back to winning ways. And so they will be at home to welcome in Ibadan, to welcome Plateau United. And then we have Enyimba in Aba, they welcome Rivers United. Yes, remember at one point the coach of Enyimba, not the coach of Enyimba, but the coach of Rivers United, talking about Finidi George, he has been with Enyimba in the past where he won the NPFL. And so this time he's returning back to his old club to play against them, this time as a Rivers United, not for them, but of course going to play against them. And so Rivers United up against Enyimba is going to be a cracker. And so for Niger Tornadoes, they will take on Kun Khalifa FC. Looking at Niger Tornadoes so far, in their situation in the NPFL, Niger Tornadoes, and when you look at them, you understand that they are 5th on the league table. They are doing great this season, but they need to do better also. And they are going to take on newly promoted Kun Khalifa FC. Kun Khalifa FC, the last time Kun Khalifa played football in the NPFL, they did lose to Barau FC 1-3 at home. So this time they will play for them to get back to winning ways. It has not been consistent for them. Winning games is not consistent for them already, but they'll try their best to see if they could get the best out of this very game against Niger Tornadoes. Barau FC, they won against Kun Khalifa the last time they played. So Barau FC set to take on Warri Wolves. It's two newly promoted NPFL side. Warri Wolves are yet to, of course, very soon. They are still trying to see if they could get the better of Barau FC when they play this particular game. And of course, Bayelsa United, another NPFL side, set to take on Ikorodu City. And of course, Ikorodu City newly in the NPFL. Last season was just their first season in the NPFL, and this season is their second season, and they are trying their best to see if they can, make a name for themselves in the NPFL when they face up Bayelsa United. Ikorodu City, when you look at them in the league table, they are 11th. And they will play, the last time they played 1-1 against Enyimba, and so they need to get better this time, talking about Ikorodu City. Kwara United takes on Abia Warriors. Abia Warriors seems to be distracted by their continental engagement, but of course, it's a blessing because playing in the continent, playing in CAF or the CAF Champions League or the CAF Confederations Cup is really a very good one. And so, but of course, it seems, it looks as if the last time they were supposed to play, they did not play because, their game was postponed. And of course, Abia Warriors did not play the last time. And of course, we get to find out what actually transpired. But of course, they later played, and then it ended 2-0 in favor of Abia Warriors against Remo Stars. They won 2-0 in their last game. And so Abia Warriors, they will face Kwara United this time. And of course, looking at the game between Remo Stars and Wiki Tourists. Remo Stars seems to be not doing well this time, and they will take on Wiki Tourists in the NPFL. They are going to take on Wiki Tourists. The Remo Stars are defending champions of the NPFL. Things not looking great for them at this point, and so it looks like they are going to do better with the situation on ground. And of course, as the defending champions, you need to do better. Daniel Ogumodede needs to do more work this period in order to get the better of, make sure that they get the best out of the boys. For Remo Stars, they won the league, and last season, majority of the players got involved in the chant, which ended up a disaster. But of course, let's see what happens this time for Remo Stars when they face Wiki Tourists. That will be the last game of the NPFL. And this is where I'll be drawing the curtain for today's edition of Top Corner Africa. Nico Wizzy is my name. See you next time.